I was rushed to the hospital with severe injuries. The doctors attempted to administer medication, only to discover that even the needles couldn't pierce my skin. My steel body had become the greatest obstacle to my own treatment. Outside the ward, the public waited anxiously. If I were to fall now, the city would lose its guardian. But who had put me in this perilous situation? 5 years ago, back then, I journeyed far into space, searching for traces of my home planet, Krypton. Yet I found nothing. Ultimately, I could only return to Earth, filled with disappointment. I told my adoptive mother that although I had found Krypton, there was no sign of life left there. She comforted me softly.
And even if you are the last, you're not alone.
In that moment, the loneliness in my heart was soothed a little, and I felt warmth and hope I hadn't known in a long time. Days later, I returned to the newspaper office. I rushed toward Louise's office, eager to see her. But reality stabbed my heart like a blade. Because of my absence, she had started a family with the deputy editor, and they had a child. I forced myself to remain composed, burying the bitterness deep within. Meanwhile, Lex, the enemy I had defeated, had not stopped. He gathered intelligence on me, then flew by helicopter to the Arctic, to the place where I had once learned my origins. There, he broke into the crystal castle my father had left behind. The control console was virtually unguarded, offering no protection. He effortlessly accessed my father's video archives, discovering the immense energy contained within the crystals. Lex cut off a small piece of crystal and dropped it into the laboratory's pool. Within moments, the city plunged into darkness as the pool erupted violently. The city model before him collapsed with a thunderous crash, the ground splitting open in massive fissures. The once tiny crystal fragments erupted into towering pillars of crystal. Watching this unfold, a mad gleam flashed in Lex's eyes as a dangerous thought took root. Simultaneously, the transport ship carrying the spacecraft was engulfed by the energy surge. Its separation system failed, preventing it from detaching from the spacecraft. With the spacecraft's thrusters already ignited, the transport was being dragged into outer space. At this critical moment, I arrived just in time. Exerting every ounce of strength, I separated the transport from the spacecraft and guided the spacecraft into its designated orbit. But the powerless transport was plummeting at an alarming rate. I raced to catch up, attempting to slow it by grabbing the wing, only for the immense impact to shatter it. The carrier plummeted faster, forcing me to accelerate again. At the very last moment before its crash, I braced my entire body to catch it. Landing safely in the center of the field. As applause and cheers erupted around me, I knew, after 5 years away, I was finally back. In the days that followed, I continued fighting crime and protecting the city's peace. At night, I flew to Louise's doorstep, watching her happiness with her family. A happiness I no longer had the right to touch. I could only silently wish them well from the darkness. Alone, I flew into space, my heart heavy with loss and sorrow. Just then, my